You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
From the rooter to the tutor, we are back with them dick shooters in your mouth. Here we go.
Copy down with the penny style.
Yeah, dig. No pimping if you ain't, but pimping if it is. You dig?
You know what? That's probably like Copy down with a penny style. Like a Pootie Tang reference is probably super washed today.
Oh no, we old. We old, nigga.
Like that's a really
you
washed
legit just made a Pootie Tang reference.
Yeah.
And I legit just played off it, and we legit washed as fuck. We told you about 100 episodes ago. We don't know why you ain't caught on yet.
Do Dave Chappelle references make you wash as fuck too?
Depending on which joke you're referencing. Are you talking
We talking about Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my girl is 19. She doesn't get it. I have to explain the jokes on there to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, long story.
Do you get a good deal on diapers?
Fuck you. This is part of the reason why I have the problems I have now.
Between that and not dropping an album, nigga, you got some problems, nigga.
Nigga, between that and you shutting the fuck up, you should introduce your show.
Well, I, sir, speak down upon these peasants as the pod guy, a.k.a. Tequila Poppy, a.k.a. that nigga that's hailing from the home of bitchin' tequila, 50-cent margaritas, and cartel dealings. And occasionally, a citywide massacre. But that's only when you need to flex.
Sheesh.
You know, just when you need to flex. You know what I mean? To get a point across. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. Zay Mysterio. A.K.A. the Kush Crusader. A.K.A. the Petro Gnome. Yeah, and who the fuck are you?
That was a bit of an abrupt ending for the people that love you and want to hear them. But I
ran off a couple.
You did, but I'm just saying.
I ran off like 8.
Maybe the people wanted more. But
that's just being
way,
selfish.
Maybe. Well, they're going to get a compilation soon. But if you don't know, you won't know. From the womb to the tomb, once again, for however many episodes it's been, I have been and will be always and forever the one and only Busy 9-3. That is that nigga that will. You know the rest of that. I forgot it. But fucking Kwame Khalifa. God damn it. The crooked court jester. God damn it. What's the other one? The Can't Go Don. God damn it.
It should have been the first one.
It should have been, but it ain't. What's another one?
The Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slayer.
God damn it, let me roll them off for myself. Just because I'm slow don't mean that we ain't gonna roll.
You trying to make up this whole list for the listeners and trying to give them so much because you just trying to overindulge in everything and just flood the fucking podcast game with your AKAs and shit. Now look at you. You don't even know them shits.
Captain Dr. Science and the rest of it. That's just because ours are better than the other niggas that got AKAs that will not be named anymore.
You probably gonna need a teleprompter to do rap shows, nigga.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God.
I need an earpiece like a motherfucker. Are you serious?
This nigga gonna need an earpiece.
I need an earpiece like a bit. Like what?
Two ladies in each corner, like peripheral eye, that's doing sign language to every word, so he knows like where he's going to be.
Just in case.
You know what I mean?
Just in case.
Just in case. The words written on the floor. The whole thing.
Hey, the question is, did the people get what they paid for? And even if that happens, nigga, yes, they will. Like I said, I'm that nigga that will. You can throw my penis in it. You can throw my vision in it. You can throw my artistry, my creativity, my everything in it. And I'm still gonna be that nigga that will.
We didn't throw anything in it after you tried to put your penis in there. Anyway.
Sometimes you gotta put your penis in.
No. It's the Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, episode 165. House of Spades Media. We in this bitch.
You know, for as much penis talk as we have on here.
Why? Why? There was like a 0.5 second lapse into where I was about to bring in the show and say how selfish you was in comparison to DaBaby. And then you wanted to completely bring it to genitalia. What's wrong with you?
You can still do that. I just wanted to point out how even though we talk about it, how little we talk about it in comparison to some other YouTubers. That's all I'm saying.
Well, other YouTubers don't have class. We just
Depends on how you define
look.
class.
We don't have class, but the class that I try that I hoard a little bit of and not use genitalia references. I expend that class. I'm saying nigga and motherfucker a lot. So
it doesn't help.
I know,
That
but it's kind
doesn't
of
get us
like
through
I'm balanced.
TOS.
I'm balanced out.
Sir?
Look here, fam. I'm not for TikTok.
Shout out to Bianca Chambers, nigga. We out here. We just gonna stole on you niggas. You steal our shit. We getting it back.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Low key, that's all that needs to happen though. Shout out to Brianna Chambers. She went it.
Thought it was Bianca.
Brianna, nigga.
Brianna. Thought it was Bianca Chambers.
You don't know nobody name, nigga.
Whatever.
But
hey, that's the most Detroit scene I didn't.
Anyway,
that's
Shawty
the most
went
Detroit shit I didn't seen in a minute, and I appreciate it.
Ran up on homie who stole her Benz and shit. Beat this nigga ass.
The little homie beat up a whole teenager.
Yeah. But he was getting his hair cut though. All types of disrespect. Said, fuck your fade, nigga. You gonna catch this fade, nigga. And in the words of memes, what followed was mink, 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 mink.
Mink, mink, mink.
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 And that was followed by whoop, whoop. And followed by gang. That nigga in jail. So,
yeah.
but shout out to him for you. Because it's like, look, my nigga, if your car gets stolen and the white man tell you what to do, and they say, oh shit, you should call the police. Don't handle it yourself. If you see it, call the police. And you call the police,
but
and they never show up in time to do anything about it.
See,
after 3 times.
That's the problem.
And then she catches him and then he's like, nah. Like, we got something we doing right now. It's very important.
And granted, it was an abduction case. Do your job. But I'm going to do mine.
Look, my
because this nigga stole my Benz.
I pay taxes.
You know how much a Benz costs?
A lot.
It's not cheap. It was a C-class, but it ain't cheap.
A lot.
Nigga, it's not cheap.
Like,
she slashed her own tires just to make sure in case he got away, he wouldn't get too far away.
Yeah. You know
Shout
how much
out to
a
her.
Benz tire it costs, nigga? Shit.
It ain't cheap.
No. No, it's not cheap. Not at all. She was bodied like Master P. Got her motherfucking keys back.
Sexy
beat that nigga ass.
Dog.
Got that nigga sent in. But the fact that she had to do it by herself because the police wasn't going to do it for her.
They say the first time it took them 23 minutes to show up. Second time it took them 43 minutes to show up. Third time it took them 56 minutes to show up. You know what the fuck can happen in 56 minutes? I can kill about 56 niggas in 56 minutes.
That's a nigga a minute. That's a marathon.
If I wanted to be testing it, if I wanted to. Not that I would.
In that
don't
scenario,
demonetize this.
in that scenario, is
Jokes.
the abduction still as important as 56 and like a person on a 56 person mass killing spree? Like if you would pull
just
it,
got dark.
but
Say that again.
I'm just saying, if you were pulling up at an intersection, right, and you just see this person with a machete and like a shotgun just walking like wow and just slicing niggas and like whoever the fuck you see just nailing
I'm gonna
motherfuckers
keep
down.
driving.
Oh yeah, like you're not
Maybe that's fucked up.
You're not in the area to where it's like
I gotta go home.
or in the view to where you.
I gotta make it home. I'm sorry.
Nigga said I ain't calling nobody. I'm just gonna go.
I gotta
home.
make it home.
I didn't see that. I'm not gonna.
Just keep driving.
You won't even talk about it. Like, yo, man, you heard about that shooting? Nah. Word that happened.
I seen it, but I ain't hear about it.
You know what? I had a dream, and that looked for real. Damn, I was there. Damn, that's crazy, man.
I thought that shit was a dream.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was real till you said something, nigga. You know, niggas
You said that shit was on the news?
Word. Two people can't share the same like memory and shit like that, nigga. Like, nah, fam.
But back to your point.
Yeah. So do you call the police? And if you do, and if you do call the police, realistically, does that outweigh? Because now they know.
Are you being shot at, or did you just see the shooting?
You're seeing this happen.
Yeah, you call the police.
Yeah.
Realistically, trying to be a good human being.
But
you go somewhere
now,
safe and you call the police.
But now the question lies: do we say fuck the abduction now? Because we already know the Grand Theft Auto is way on the list at this point. Like, that's way on the list. You don't know
there's an abduction going if you're just somebody randomly calling the police because you see somebody getting shot. You don't know nothing about
I'm saying if we're talking about someone trying to retrieve their car from like their stolen property, which he was trying to do, versus an abduction happening. They made an executive decision of like, all right, the abduction is more important. We crack this, we get done with this right now. Afterwards, then we'll go deal with the Grand Theft Auto shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, what I'm saying is, if we add a mass shooter or mass like slaying happening and shit on top of this in a scenario, Grand Theft Auto is far on the list. But if we're
saying which becomes more important, the shooter or
the shooting or the abduction?
Shooter.
But not. But
it depends because we talking about Detroit.
Yeah.
If you already stretched thin, which if I'm telling you, yo, I got this nigga in my sights, just pull up, and I tell you, yo, we'll be there in a minute. You gotta hold on a minute because we got everybody on this other joint. Okay, clearly that other joint is more important, but then if another more important joint pops off, then they scrambling to probably finish that and go to that. If not, just leave that and go to the half. At that point, you got to make a pimp decision. You just got to figure out, do the half of the force leave that and go there? Do the whole force leave that and go there? You know, which one do you do? Because if you just start shooting up Northland when it existed and you up the street on the west side kidnapping some goddamn body, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah. It bends don't mean that. Yeah, if you can get it back for yourself, go ahead. My point is, and I think our whole point is to this whole thing before we move on is, ain't nobody fucking with Breonna Chambers, and that if you can get your car back or anything back that you know is stolen, and you feel the need to go get it back, and you are in a place where maybe the police won't get it back as quick as you could, maybe you should think about doing it.
And that's some real trooper ass dope shit that she ran up on this nigga in broad daylight in the motherfucking hair salon with the mink.
Now, time
without
out.
No types of bullets, guns, and beat the shit out of him.
And that's why I want to give a disclaimer.
So shout out to Shawty.
Even though I said that, you got to think about it. She scoped them out. She did the ride along.
She waited this nigga probably 3 different times.
For over at least 2-3 days. Just seen this nigga cruising in her shit.
In her neighborhood, probably.
For a black female to catch a nigga who just happens to have long hair that stole her car in a hair salon with a bunch of other black women. For her to go in and just pop off on a nigga, I'm not going to say that's the safest place for a black woman to start a fight. Put it against a man, but that's probably the safest place for a black woman to start a fight against any dude. Young, old, black, white, it don't matter. Any woman can start a fight in front of a bunch of women on a dude, and even though they'll pull her off of him,
salon.
You know what I'm saying? Even though they'll pull her off of him, they gonna be like, bitch, what'd he do? Yeah, but what'd he do though? Because clearly you wouldn't have just came here and popped off like that.
But the what he do
happened.
Comes after the ass whooping though. It's like, oh shit, he did something. All right, then after the ass, I'm like, all right, yeah, what you do?
Yeah, and then they let her whoop his ass again, and then
you're like, oh damn, nigga, you filthy. And
eventually, Detroit police shows up, and then
after an hour and a half,
But
you know,
hey,
that would be labeled as a small domestic dispute that shouldn't, lead to anybody getting arrested in Detroit. But who knows now? They need to get the shit together because they got motherfucking speed bumps in my old neighborhood, and that shit is nasty.
So you can't steal no Benz and ride through there.
Nah, nigga.
They ain't go that far though. He was a nasty nigga. He stayed on the east side.
He stayed in her neighborhood, nigga. If you seen
she seen him on the east side on 8 Mile. I seen him on the west side on 8 Mile. I gotta imagine. No disrespect to the east side, but you still need lotion.
So does the west side, nigga.
Go fuck yourself. Hey, he didn't specify which side. I'm specifying. East.
I'm specifying too that the West Side need lotion too, nigga.
Even if the West Side needs lotion as well.
You know damn well on God, you done seen at least 3 little random toddler naked babies with a shitty diaper on running down the street on the West Side. You know this. Don't lie.
Regardless to if you're correct or not.
Put some Vaseline on the West Side. Fuck that shit, dog. Like you gonna have to stop doing the East
Regardless
Side
to
dirty
if
like
you're
that.
correct or not, I'm just gonna say, I like to imagine that can only happen if an East Side nigga did it. I'm just saying. She was a cold West Side bitch that called a dirty East Side nigga doing some dirty East Side nigga shit.
I bet Bread that
Story
nigga
of
from the
Detroit.
West Side.
Nigga,
I bet Bread that nigga from the West Side.
Not in my story.
All the symptoms.
Not in my story.
All the symptoms of this nigga fuckery seems like a West Side nigga to me. West Side niggas is bold. They'll do.
East Side niggas is bold. The fuck is you talking about? You think?
You biased though, George, because you from the West Side.
This has been a very Detroit start to this podcast, but am I wrong? People, am I wrong?
I'm just saying.
This nigga said West Side vibes.
Nah.
For West Side nigga did it, he at least did it with some yays on. The fuck out of here. That's why he was from the East Side.
Have you seen 7 Miles?
He was trying to get the yays.
I was say 7 and Van Dyke. 7 and Van Dyke need to get hit and slapped in the face with some motherfucking Vaseline. You're not gonna tell me that the East Side don't need that lotion too, bro.
I'm not telling you the East Side don't need that lotion. I'm saying they need just as much, if not more. Next.
Look, man. I appreciate the griminess. There ain't much of it left. I'm getting tired of seeing all these new construction houses and stuff that doesn't look like fucking Afghanistan. So it's a little weird.
So you mad it don't look like a war zone, or you mad it do still look like a war zone?
That is right, George. That is exactly right. That's exactly what I was about to say. I am mad at gentrification.
He's mad at gentrification.
Yeah.
Can you be mad?
Yes, I can.
When the neighborhood is being brought up to code and better, even though there are a few people that may or may not get priced in or out of it.
Gentrification is the devil. And everything, and every question you ask is the words of a Ezekielite.
Or a sensible man.
Or someone that listens to Life of Pablo often.
I'm just saying. What's it called?
And was it Yay?
Oh, what's it called? I can't think of the name, but you said it. Redistricting, fucking to all the geopolitical shit. What if it was? I ain't gonna go there. I can't even think of the words. Never mind. Next. Fuck you, motherfucking. Everything I know about Kanye and everything I know about gentrification, everything I know about capitalism, everything I know about old black people getting priced out of their spot lets me know this one thing here.
Oh, God.
If you can't afford it, can't afford it. But if you can make yourself afford it, then you can make yourself afford it. But if you cannot make yourself afford it, you can take it. And if you take it, just take what come with it. That's not even playing devil's advocate. That's just real shit. Don't let if they come with, hey nigga, I'll give you $250 to move up out of here so I can blow your shit down and put a building up. Just be like, nah, I don't want to move. I watch people do it. It's a chick in California. They built a whole mall around her house because she was the only one on the block that said, nah, I ain't moving. I ain't moving. It was an old white lady. I ain't moving. Fuck you. They offered her like $2 million. She was like, no.
Well, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's white privilege at work.
No, I feel like if you own the crib, you can do that. Black, white, Hispanic, whatever. If you own the crib and they want to knock down the shit past your crib, you can't raise the rent on some shit I own. You can't. You can raise rent on shit I don't own, but you can't raise rent on some shit I own.
This is America, sir.
But you can price me out of it if you give me enough money to make me change my mind.
It's happened to people where there wasn't a financial transaction. It was violence, and they just took your shit.
Well, that was back in the day. We talking about gentrification. Gentrification is the nice version of that. Everybody knows that.
It's still the devil?
It is, but it's the nice version of
J. Cole tried to say
the
pride
devil
is the devil.
going,
Gentrification.
hey, here's some lube, bend over.
Gentrification,
Versus
the
back
devil.
then, it was like, come here, nigger. You know?
No.
Is it? Yeah, that's them lights.
Yeah, look at George cooking. Nigga,
Boy, gonna have a 10 when you walk about it.
this nigga gonna walk out this bitch looking like Jaimin Hansu with an afro.
But for real, though, what happened this week? We talked about the Detroit legend known as Breonna Chambers.
I was waiting for you to fuck up, I swear.
I know you would.
I know. I was waiting on. I was waiting
I'm a
on.
goat. I only do it when you're not looking.
So you be fucking up when everybody be looking, but it's all right.
Talking about them. Shut up. Fuck.
Anyway, so DaBaby said, "Fuck y'all little niggas. I'm not paying."
I'm about tired of DaBaby, but finish.
Paying cause these. All right, so check it. Story is
Because I feel like I'm gonna have a strong point on this that I don't.
young
know I'm
homie,
gonna have.
some little young homies was trying to charge. You know what I'm saying? Was selling candy. Walked up on him. Was like, "Yo."
Heard about this.
Like, it would be like, what the fuck, like $1,000 for the whole box, cause he knew, or some shit like that, because he knew it was DaBaby and he had that money, so he was like,
Box of what?
candy bars, nigga.
$1,000.
He was trying to finesse him. Was like, yo, you got it, $1,000, I'm like 1,000, nigga, for the whole shit. So
Time out.
Wait.
Time out. What was the context prior to that? Wait, what was the context prior to that?
How much
Is that where the video starts?
Nigga, he was trying to sell the nigga there's not much fucking context to the fact that it's like, yo, trying to say, like, yo, how much, bro?
Because I didn't see it. I just heard about it. I didn't see it.
I'm gonna say there's not much like context to have a context too. It's just he was trying, like, young boy was trying to finesse him, like, yo, 1,000 for the whole box. He was like, yo, ban. Wait, what? All right, nah. Like, see, I probably could. Yeah, his ideal of him was, you know what? I could have probably gave you 5 bands. I probably could have gave you everything that's in my pocket.
20.
Right. That's just fuck it. But you trying to finesse me instead of like trying to let the hustle come to you. You trying to finesse me out of some bread and shit.
What do you mean let the hustle come to you? Because if I'm standing in front of there and I'm trying to hustle you, whether it's $1 a bar, 1,000 a box, you know what you knew what the play was. Probably after you seen me when I walked up on you in that situation.
Yeah, but take a look at it from this perspective. If I'm a drug dealer and I'm serving fiends, the same dog.
You're talking about DaBaby versus some kids.
No, it's same concept. I'm selling everyday fiends, $10 bags every single day. That's what I do. Similar to candy bars, you sell them for $1, $2, $5, however many you sell them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I get plugged onto Rick James level celebrity that likes to do drugs, for example. Now, am I? You said what? Aaron Carter can't afford the $10 bags I was already slanging, nigga. He got to come up the fucking street
George
with it.
said, if Aaron Carter walk up, how much you charging him?
Aaron Carter got to come to me with a fucking refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? In advance already. Just
Aaron Carter gonna come up to you with an old TV and 10 pennies.
like,
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
we talking about an old TV. We talking about a TV with the ass on it. Like,
That's
yo,
what I mean, an old TV.
like,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah, old TV.
I don't even have electricity that functions and powers these bitches no more.
I don't even think this shit is safe to plug in the outlet.
Ain't this
my nigga.
shit's nuclear now? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What is you doing, Aaron?
But the thing is like, but now it's like, all right, I got the celebrity that I'm serving now. That's it. You should have said something to George. That's terrible.
I was
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was playing.
Now you got the celebrity. Are you upselling on the pack because you know they got bread, or are you still selling at the same point?
If I'm the nigga with the candy bars,
Same point. Like, Now it's like
I feel like I hate. Okay,
now,
go ahead.
like I said, you can give your get your man's same price for a brick, right? Normal price that you would have sold at retail from you, right? But and he can be like, you know what? I'm getting it for such a good price for you. Here's an extra 5 bands on top of that and shit, just because you my nigga and I fuck with you and you can get me this brick, and I respect your hustle. Instead of like, shit, nigga, I know that nigga got it. I could just upsell the shit. And then it's like, all right, now the brick ain't even a good price no more. And now you looking at it like, all right, if I can find another man's, which everybody does eventually, you do, and you move on, and now you like at a loss of a sale. My man's walked away with a couple. I think DaBaby gave him like $200 for like one piece of candy or some shit like that or something. I don't know. But he gave him the money
for the box or for
one piece. For a piece. But he's like, yo, nigga.
After he just tried to charge him $1,000 for the box.
I'm not sure on the exact price, but he bought a piece of candy from him. So like still
gave him $200. It's like, nigga, here.
Yeah. But he's like, yo, nigga, I could have gave you more, and I was probably in a mood to give you more. But you trying to finesse me into giving you this much and shit because you know that I'm got bread. So it's like I'm not
saying.
I'm
What
not
is the
mad,
question here?
I'm
is
not
the
mad
question
at
that the kid is wrong, or is the question that the baby's wrong?
Motherfuckers were trying to make it seem like the baby was wrong, which I don't think, because he could, like he could have gave the kid the whole spiel and still gave him whatever, and still like, yo, I'm giving you this game and I'm gonna give you this money. You can keep the box. I'll just take one piece. You get that bank. You know what I'm saying? Here's the grand. Here's the grand.
Why not just give him the grand?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying you can give him the grand, steal, give him the game too, and like what? Like you could have done that, but instead it's like I can understand how that. Like, yeah, nigga, you try to finesse me, nigga, and you a young nigga, so you thinking I'm kind of stupid. Now I'm kind of irritated, but I'm still trying to get a point across. I'm still gonna help you, but I'm gonna get my point across, nigga. Like, cause yeah. So I'm not mad at DaBaby, but people trying to make it, oh, this nigga, like that's that selfish shit. Like, nah, nigga. When someone trying to play you, I don't give a fuck what grounds and level it's on to the top. I'm gonna feel a certain type of way about it.
And this is my thing. If it's a kid, right? This nigga had to be what, a preteen, a teenager?
He was a teenager.
This kid walking up to selling candy to probably, if not one of his favorite rappers, at the very least, a nigga he knows is a famous rapper and has money. Me, if I was DaBaby, depending on the mood I'm in, because I think that plays a big part. Depending on the mood I'm in, the fact you walked up to me and even tried to run that on me, I might give you the $1,000 just for having the balls to even ask me that, because I got it and fuck it. But
that's you.
I think that's a lot of people because it's a kid, and nigga, you might flip that $1,000 into whatever. You might really need that, especially if I'm sitting on M's, nigga. I'll give a kid $1,000 if he on his hustle. I would do that.
Hustle cool. Don't try
I
and
wish it
finesse
had
me,
been
nigga.
done to me. No, it depends on how you approached them. Did he say, nigga, hey, these candy bars is $1 a piece, and then he like, I want the whole box, and he like, oh, that's gonna be a rack. That's different. If he did that, that's trying to finesse a nigga. But if you walk up to me, I'm like, hey, you want to buy this candy off me? How much, little nigga? $1,000 for the box. What? $1,000 for the box, nigga.
Still,
depending on my mood.
Still,
depending on I just feel like that's I feel like that's a ballsy move.
That's what I'm saying.
A kid.
That's what I'm saying. It's like for
so
you,
I feel like I wouldn't be like
for you.
Well, nigga, get out my face.
For you, it's a mood thing. It depends on the mood. For me, it's I stand with DaBaby. Like, nah, nigga. Like, I'll give you the game.
Maybe DaBaby did feel offended. I don't know.
I would have felt a little offended. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I find it hard getting offended by him.
Because he seems like that type of person, at least to me, that whether like if he reached into his pocket, right, and pulled out, let's say he just pulled out a knot, which is what pulled out a 5-stack knot. I don't think he would have like if a kid was like, yeah, they only $5 a pop. would have went through hundreds and 20s and 50s.
I'm gonna just give you a couple hundred.
Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying. Giving them 1,000 is nothing.
It probably would have been 1,000 anyway, but it's like you trying to finesse your way to it.
I feel like it's not trying to. I feel like depending on what the approach was, it's not trying to finesse.
Young homie tried to finesse it,
and I feel like
it's like it's like I understand you trying to get your, you know what I'm saying, trying to get more out of it because you just happen to run into a nigga that got more bread.
I'm not trying
more
to.
Bread, but he probably would have went better with donations. That's a good idea.
The donation thing is the approach for probably every kid. That's probably the right approach. But think about it. The Meek, I was just about to bring up Meek. Not trying to shoot Meek no bill because I don't do that on these streets. But
you just hate Meek Mill, but you stand with Big Draco, though. I don't understand you niggas.
I don't really shoot Meek Mill no bill. I try not to, at least. Yeah, all I'm saying is.
I know you don't, because you a hater.
All I'm saying is.
Philly don't like you.
Philly probably love me.
Nah, they don't.
We get plays in Philly. Anyway, my thing is.
Because I stand for Meek.
My thing is, motherfucking kids that ran up on Meek with their water, they tried to run the same type of game, didn't they? Meek gave them motherfuckers like $2 for the water.
Yeah.
And then they was like, nigga, you like the kids got half mad at him and everybody on Twitter got mad at Meek like, how you gonna not give them kids more than $2? What's the water, $1 or not? The fuck? Like, the fuck?
That's what
I might not be shit, but was it, nigga? What?
You know what? I'm sticking with my analogy. I'm sticking with my analogy right now because you know there's a couple of these motherfuckers around here that like listen to this podcast got a little bit of bread. A couple, you know for sure.
I'm sure they do.
Shout out to you.
I'm sure they feel me right now.
What I'm saying. Shout out to you listeners. Look at it. Look at it from this perspective. If you have bread and you have a drug habit or an alcohol problem. Let's say you have an alcohol problem, something basic, not a drug problem, an alcohol problem. But because you make, like, you got a little bit more bread than the average person every time you step into the liquor store and it's like, yo, let me get that fifth of Henny. And they're like, yeah, that's going to be $550, bruh. And you're like, what the fuck?
I didn't say XO.
Like, nah, bruh.
I said Henny.
Like, nah, man. We see you in that new motherfucking Bentley outside, nigga. We know you got it. Don't play, nigga.
Well, I'm just gonna go to another liquor store at that point.
And then the next liquor store does the same thing to you, nigga. You gonna feel okay?
Depending on how many liquor stores I have to go to before, and this keeps happening, I'm gonna eventually punch somebody, or that. Yeah, I'll just have somebody else buy it, and not my car, or fucking. You can, nigga, after the pandemic, you can DoorDash liquor, my nigga. Like,
still gotta show ID, nigga.
And your point. Still get around that.
My point
even
is,
if you're underage, you can get around that.
You're not gonna feel good about you're not gonna feel good about somebody
underage drinking. We are not condoning. What?
Anyway, my point is, you're not gonna feel good about anybody like trying to finesse you because you got more, you have more monetarily. You gonna look at at least that one clerk and be like, nigga, fuck you. For what? What? Nigga? Bam.
Yeah.
Nah. And it's doing nothing more than the kid trying to upsell candy to $1,000 for a fucking box.
But what is the? It's not a problem. I feel like there's not a problem asking the question. I'm one of them. Maybe I'm just one of them people, and I probably am one of them people for real. There's no problem in asking the question, even though the question may or may not get you killed. Not that this one would, but in the grand scheme of things.
I was like, niggas get murdered for this? My God.
Depending on what the question is, you might get murdered. Just heard something earlier about a nigga that, how many people have the government sold patents to where the cars ran on water and then they ended up disappearing after the government bought the patent. I ain't gonna say a lot. You should probably blurt that out. You should probably bleep that out.
No, we ain't blurting that out.
Yeah.
I agree with you there because, but
it just disappeared. Like 9 people. Like from like 1940 to like 2017. Like 9 people.
Yeah, like really
Found out a way for cars to run on water.
or
They
algae.
sold the or algae, sold the patent to the government. The government gave them the money, and then they disappeared.
Yeah, but I think that's one. I think that's
Like I
one.
said,
Of the,
you might maybe censor parts of that.
You know what? Nah, fuck that. I think that's ingenious. I think that's ingenious, bro. I think if you have the ability to come up with the concept, like, just hear me out. Come up with the concept to make an engine or like some shit run off of energy like arc or algae or something that's not using oil or gas. Just create it and make it be a thing. That's gonna get the motherfuckers scared because big oil ain't going nowhere.
I think that's why they disappeared.
But then wait. But big oil is definitely down to cut a check. So
I think that's why they disappeared.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you saying from all the big oil companies, like, yeah, nigga, I can shut the fuck up and this shit can disappear forever. Y'all can have the patent and like y'all can bury this shit on them like bricks and like blow this motherfucker up if all you care. And it can die with me and go to my grave. But guess what, son? I'm gonna need a beef from each and every one of y'all.
Why do you think it's certain information the government is willing to kill over? There are certain facilities that if you bypass certain parts of that facility that the United States government controls, they will kill you. Oh, yeah. There's no questions asked. There's no what were you doing. It's just assumed you was on some bullshit.
It's a restricted area. When they say like
you cannot pass it.
Yeah,
you
restricted area, military access only.
Don't
go past those signs if you are not military. Or work or a high-ranking official within the government.
Remember when they was trying to storm all the white folks trying to storm Area 51?
Oh man, I was waiting to see how many.
I wanted to go, but then it was like, no, they're serious. I thought they were serious for a second. I thought they were serious for a second.
I really.
They went, but they just partied like outside of the thing. They didn't really like go in. Like the plan was, we're gonna storm it. We're gonna go in. They just went out there and had like a big ass party in the desert.
But here's the thing: you're not gonna storm Area 51 and not be murdered. Like,
and I think they understood that once they got to the gates and saw all the armed guards.
They're protecting
like
probably
they were like
80 years.
We're just gonna party outside the fence. They're like, do what you want. You're just not coming in here.
They're probably protecting like 80 years or more worth of like extraterrestrial shit on there, and that's like kind of like that information. It would not be
not privy.
helpful for our civilization at this point in time. It would actually collapse it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's either be civilization ending or some shit where it'd be like, why were you hiding this? Like,
oh no, fam. I believe that
they'd be like, what the fuck? Or why were you hiding this the whole time?
Yeah, because here's my ideal on that, just in general, and then we can move on. But my theory is because religion is worldwide, like connected to
somehow this ties into the aliens conversation from last week too. We're good at this. What?
But my theory is that like through all the connections of religion, like major religions, like all these different cultures that's ingrained within the governments, because they always say church and state are separate, but they don't. They fuck all the time.
About that last week.
They fuck all the time. So the day it happens and it's like, yo, aliens or something that disproves one religion and shit, that means millions of people's faith is just broken overnight. You know what I'm saying? If not billions.
If not a mass suicide, mass murders and mass suicides, and God knows what type of fucking mental anguish the average person would
and that's
be
a tidal
participating in one
and that might be a tidal wave effect because you can be thinking like, oh shit, Catholicism is all bullshit. That means if Catholicism is bullshit, that means all Christianity is bullshit. And if this is bullshit, that means the Buddhists might be bullshit too because of Muslim. And it will be a tidal
if everything's
wave.
Bullshit and you not comfortable with the idea of everything is bullshit, you gonna lose your shit to some degree.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tidal wave of.
It's like what my man say, Prager's theory, where it's like if you believe it, what's the benefits to believing in God versus not? If you believe in God and he's real, then you just go to heaven. If you believe in God and he's fake, nothing happens. Believe in God and he's fake, or you don't believe in God and he's fake, nothing happens. If you do believe in God, or if God is real and if God is real, you go to hell. So isn't the better option to just believe in God just in case? Like,
actually, no.
Prager's theory or something like that. Somebody smarter than
I
me
always
knows
believe in
about.
pleading ignorance. And
I feel like that's the case to a point.
But here's the thing. Though.
But then it's not.
Here's the
That's
thing.
like Roku's Belixium or whatever.
I'm a believer in God. But here's the deal. If I exploded and everything, and I don't prescribe to any religion, but if I like exploded, now I'm dead, and now I'm like face to face with the Maker, and he's like, well, how do you think I should judge you? And I'm like, well, realistically, don't fault me.
I feel like that's an arrogant thought to think that the deity that created you in the universe is going to ask you what you think about.
No, yeah,
after the fact.
you live.
Gives a fuck.
No, you live your life. How do you think you should be judged? You gonna make his own decision anyway, nigga. But how do you think you should feel? And I'd be like, you know what? I got some wins. I got some losses. I just hope you wouldn't want to charge me against not going to church or choosing a religion because can you really fault somebody for trying to say, like, looking at you straight up, like, on the real? Man is imperfect. I'm imperfect. You see the shit that they was doing down there. No, like, you're not going to say shit in front of God, but you see what they were, like you
I feel like God says shit.
probably do. But
bitch, motherfucker, nigga.
Yeah, you see the type of shit that, you know what I'm saying, religious people is doing down there. They ain't really no different. It's just the other motherfuckers. They just have a position of power religiously. And some of them use it for slimy ass ways. Now, I'm not sure if that doesn't really make me think that one religion or any religion is more holier than thou and may be the right one, or anyone may be the right one. But I did believe in you. So you can't really fault me for not going. Well, at least I would hope you not fault me for going. That's what I would say. I would hope you don't fault me for doing that.
That's some Adam shit.
Yeah.
Hey, she ate the apple, but I mean, you know, like, you can't do that. You can't be like, she ate the apple, but
no, Adam.
I didn't. Adam, like, I mean,
no, Adam
don't punish me. Nigga.
No,
Like,
Adam
shit
shit was different because she had to convince him to bite the apple later, and that nigga already knew. He was like, "Nah, bitch, you wrong," and she was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm right."
He was wrong, but even in her wrongness, she seduced him to be that. You might want.
But you had to
anyway.
You had to seduce the motherfucker.
Was it seduction?
Yeah, because that nigga could have just ran back to God, but like, yo, you can even give me a new bitch because this one fucked up.
But first off, that would be snitching, and second off, Eve was bad. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
That would be snitching, and Eve was bad as hell.
There was the you know what? That was the illest no snitches. That was the illest no snitching of all time, nigga. When you know your bitch fucked up, and this is all for the survival, it's the evolution of humanity and to perfection, and you like, nah,
Is
nigga.
she bad?
No snitches.
I just want to keep throwing that in there because Eve had to be a bad motherfucker. Had to be a bad white, black, Hispanic, whatever one you want to call Asian, whatever. Had to be bad. No, he wouldn't. But we would looking back, and then we would look at Adam as the first man and be like, "Yeah, I get it."
I mean,
yeah.
For all we,
he would be a man.
Wait. But wait. Well, we don't.
Oh,
know.
you said or.
But what we don't know. But what we don't,
wouldn't he still be a man?
We've all been witness. We've all been witness
not really.
to two ugly motherfuckers that got together and had one adorable ass child. We've all witnessed it ourselves. So who's to say that Adam and Eve both weren't some ugly ass motherfuckers?
They had kids that committed incest. I don't think that's how that worked.
Well, evolution, nigga.
And I'm pretty sure. What can you say incest on YouTube?
No, stop asking questions. Don't ask permission. Just ask forgiveness, nigga.
That's not how copyright strikes and everything works. That's not how it works. No.
No, fuck them claims.
No. Claims. Anyway.
Complete ignorance
I
to everything.
feel like,
I ain't know.
regardless, I word or not involved. If Eve was the baddest motherfucker walking around, because she was the only motherfucker walking around, and you got to think, this is God's first version of this. So, yeah, she might have been ugly. Maybe. Because you think about it, like, you see an ugly girl, you be like, but then you see a bad girl, you be like, yeah, he took some time with you.
Yeah.
So, let's say base level for us, Eve is ugly.
Yeah.
That means Adam's probably ugly. This is the first attempt at both of these things. So, maybe my theory is wrong, and you're right that, hey, Adam snitched because the bitch was ugly, and everything happened in a way that was easy for Satan to take over and eventually run the culture of man as we know it today, because sometimes maybe you need two ribs than one to make somebody. Sometimes maybe you need to spend a little bit more time with the craft. Sometimes maybe you need to just do what you need to do to go on to the next century. But when you look back and you look at pictures of motherfuckers that he's created, you can see how he's become a better designer over time. Interior and exterior decorator.
Or, as ancient alien theories suggest, maybe the aliens just like tampered with our DNA and it just made us smarter.
Well, I feel like that would come by way of the interior and or exterior decoration of the deity that would be made, or that we would be made in the image of, which at one point had to start somewhere. She might have been ugly.
She might have been.
Wow. But to Adam, that nigga looked at her and said, yo, what's your name?
Ain't
what's your
shit
sign?
Else on the planet other than you too.
Yeah, so what's your name? What's your sign?
Nigga, today.
Right.
That's the sign, nigga.
So bend over. The fuck?
I mean,
ain't no drinks for me to buy. You ain't got tricked by this nigga yet. That's his piss.
But doesn't it sound like we were designed to be like a special animal?
Time out. That was a very meta joke about how the devil's piss is liquor. For those of you that didn't get it, probably didn't need to be pointed out, but I pointed it out. Continue.
Another unnecessary reference to genitalia. But anyway,
I said his piss.
You know where it comes from, nigga. Anyway,
urination.
Shut up. So, like,
that's just nasty.
Oh, I guess what I'm trying to say here may be this. Why wouldn't scrap the whole thing if it ends up fucked up?
Because after you've gone too far, you've gone too far.
Nigga, I made 2 of y'all. That's easy.
Yeah, and I could easily destroy this bitch and make another one. That's why later on I ended up flooding the whole shit. But, I mean, after I've started, that might have took a lot of... Ugly or not, probably took him a lot of hours of work. Or her, who knows. It took the thing we know as God, the universe, the energy, and the stratosphere that we fly through a rock on. It took it some time to mold and create and shape each and every one of us as if we were its children. And sometimes you miss, nigga. I don't know. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you ugly. Sometimes you pretty. And sometimes two ugly motherfuckers get together and make a pretty baby. Sometimes two pretty motherfuckers get together and make an ugly baby. And sometimes two white people come together and make a black person, or black people come together and make a white person.
You're sounding like reverse Steven Anderson.
I had that mixed up. I meant two black people. Anyway, you know how albino comes into existence. Same shit.
Like my man said was super angry.
And don't you bring up Steven Anderson on this podcast. Steven Anderson is an abomination to society that should be crucified by the gays. I'm convinced.
I think crucifying that nigga is that's too good for him. That's too good.
I think he should be crucified to the gays by the gays because he's been specifically rude to them.
Crucifixion, I believe, is a little light. I was thinking of more along the lines of stoning.
I don't mean crucified like literally like Jesus. That's too good for him. He wants that. He'd probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got to stone this.
Yeah, I mean, he would get off diet like that. That's not what I mean.
Shout out to my people who seen last season of Snowfall. If you know.
I'm talking about his.
Stone the nigga.
I'm talking about his worst nightmares coming true before him, and then
being stoned,
metaphorical crucifixion,
being
happens.
Stoned by the gays in a non-martyr way
with rubber dildos. Yeah, I feel like throwing a bunch of rubber dildos at him is just as good as throwing stones, even though the marks will take longer to leave. Because you got to think dildos are rubber. You're going to have to throw that bitch at him a couple times to leave a bruise. But he's going to be so offended and so hurt by the fact that he's getting hit by rubber dicks and the lack of Christianity in the throw. he's gonna be fucked up about it. So that's like torture for him.
Wow. At that point, I don't think the bruising from the rubber dildos would have to be death. I think you would have to have enough rubber.
I ain't saying nothing about death. I said torture.
Why are you torturing something not to kill it?
Rocco's basilic.
Stop using words that you just found out, nigga, today.
It's not even a real thing. It's just a thought experiment. Anyway.
You don't think.
I think harder than most.
That's why your brain damaged?
Probably.
Right.
My therapist says I had CTPSD, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Chronic post-traumatic stress disorder.
Something like that. It's not chronic, it's complex. Yeah, that's the word.
Oh, that just means like you just a step away from not being autistic.
Something like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to my people on the spectrum. We appreciate y'all.
You know what?
I don't know if that was offensive or inclusive or not, and I was not trying to be not.
I believe you
whatever.
could definitely.
We're going to get fried for this later.
You could definitely win silver at the Special Olympics.
That is more offensive than what I just said.
Nah.
That is way more offensive than what I just said, buddy.
It's offensive to you.
Anyway.
Yeah.
How did we get to that?
Because you're rude and terrible, and so
I was trying to point out something, and then you distracted me. With
I wanted
PTSD.
to get off the aliens anyway, because
I think we've been off aliens.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Even though who knows none of us are aliens.
Motherfuckers are trying to make me sound like the.
How do you know if you're not an alien? How do you know if you're not an alien though?
I don't care to know.
But if you were one,
we're probably part alien. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were one, and then it was something like Rocco's basilic, where at some point you were kind of forced to do something you didn't know you wanted to do, even though you wanted to do it to stop it from happening. But even if you didn't do it to stop it from happening, it still wouldn't happen, or it still would happen, and then you'd be guilty of it. I just fried y'all minds.
Stop. Stop.
It's
Stop.
basilic or basilic, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm talking about. Rocco, nigga. You know, if you know, you know. With Rocco.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna get.
I know it's what it's called.
You're under a new rule now. You're under a new rule now.
You cannot hold me under rules, sir.
We're going.
You cannot hold.
We're going old school with this one, nigga. If you can't spell it, nigga, don't say it out loud.
I can spell it. Actually, most things I can't say. I can spell. Ask George. George is laughing right now because he knows he used to call me to ask me how to spell things when he was little. Well, you know what I mean.
George is a specific type of individual. I'm gonna say hold yourself to that.
Look,
like that's
ROKO apostrophe SBASILIKI.
Nigga, nobody is confirming this or not confirming this right now.
That's why I just did it. And actually, George could put it up on the screen later to ensure that I am either correct or not.
I don't think George cares.
And
as
if
much
I'm
as
wrong,
I don't care.
Considering what we just said about him, I think he might care a little bit, at least enough to put it up in the thing afterwards.
How lit was the R. Kelly trial? Tell me about that. Which album did they play when he walked in?
You know, if SpongeBob and Patrick were to be playing outside waiting for Squidward to come out, I feel like Squidward would feel like R. Kelly does in this situation.
He locked in and they outside free? You mean OJ and Bill Cosby?
Oh, yes. OJ and Bill Cosby. And for those of you that know, yes, that wasn't me. I just described. But still, at the same time, you get what I mean when I say this. R. Kelly has been tried in the court of public opinion for the things he has done and not yet in the court of law. But as he goes through this process in the court of law,
you ain't seen that laptop, nigga. Like you know damn well
as
it
he
ain't.
goes through
it's
this,
not just court of public opinion, nigga. They got proof.
As he goes through this process in the court of law,
Pray for that man who had to watch those videos. Pray for him.
Never thought about him, did you?
Pray for him. pray
Never thought about him, did you?
Somebody need to find out his name or their names and shit. We need to start a GoFundMe account for they psychiatrists and shit, so they can be like mentally like okay.
Regardless
That's
to
probably
what
some sick shit.
regardless to what the court of public opinion has said about one Robert Kelly, the one thing we do know
Rarely
is that at the end of all of this, unlike SpongeBob and Patrick, there is no freedom. There is no chance at understanding and resolution. Why? Why do you ask? I'm not saying it's got nothing to do with race. I'm not saying it's got nothing to do with sickness, but I'm saying it's got more to do with sickness than race. And I think
you're going to do anything in your power to bring home Robert Kelly, aren't you?
I'm not playing devil's advocate right here if you let me fucking finish what I'm saying.
You're going to try and bring him home.
I think if you let the judge look at what he looks at, you let them two unidentified or three unidentified sex trafficking victims that have yet to be named, give their testimony and let it be known. I feel like on top of, what is it? Well, he hadn't even been sentenced in that other trial yet. I feel like whatever he's supposed to get on top of that, with that one, will definitely result in something that's, of, dare I say, Epstein proportions. Will Robert kill himself? Probably not. Why? Can't read. I feel like he'll buy the rope or find it. Won't know how to do the knot. But even if he figures out how to do the knot, he knows his ego is too big to let us just see someone with someone that believes they can fly out of here like that. I don't think that'll happen. But that nigga gonna do life. If what you ask me is what you ask me, that nigga gonna do life. I went through that whole soliloquy just to say the nigga nasty, and he's gonna do life, and ain't nothing gonna change, even though OJ is out and still definitely killed them motherfuckers. And Cosby, Doc home. We said that a couple episodes ago.
I'm still strongly considering buying a white Bronco.
Just for the fuck of it. Just for the fuck of it.
My dad had the nerve to ask me, like, why?
Just for the fuck of it.
And I was like, you know that a nigga and a white Bronco
shits and giggles
is the thing that all Caucanese motherfuckers fear the most?
Shits and giggles.
Oh my God.
And I ain't even I'll buy the new joint.
Oh,
but it's gonna be white.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm talking about the new joint. I ain't talking about the old joint.
It's gonna be white. Yeah, it's gonna be white.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Whether I just killed 4 white people or not, okay, you definitely gotta believe that.
You gotta believe that.
Whether I just did that Grand Theft Auto crime or not, things happen that make things happen that sometimes you end up in a white Bronco on the freeway calling 911 on yourself.
And you know what? I'd be the person real ignorant enough to put on the make the license plate spell the juice. Just to be that horse about it. The juice.
See. That's kind of deep.
With a UFC bumper sticker.
Speaking of UFC. Oh boy, did you see it?
Oh yeah, Connor's leg broke off?
Oh boy, did you see it?
It was like
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Should we do should this be a let that bitch breathe? Or did his leg break hard enough for it to not be breathing? Because your man's career is over.
It didn't Anderson Silva, so.
It kind of did.
In an ankle way, it did.
It was lower on the leg, but it happened. Yo, if you did not see UFC 264 like me, but you also pay for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, and got drunk that night and did not click in to see it.
Send the mega bag, even though we would never be able to clean down our content for it to be able to get it, but send one anyway.
I feel like Disney could work something out with it.
No, they would not.
Subsidiaries.
Fox
anyway,
pass, though.
Subsidiaries are a thing. Let's not fuck it up. Anyway, Disney. Like I said, if you watch UFC 264 or attempted to watch it, as drunk as I was when I attempted to watch it, that means you missed it.
That's every Saturday.
That means you missed it. And that means you went on Twitter and you saw the close-up. You saw that vision. You saw that zoom in of that boy, what they call it? That shin bone? That shin bone? That bitch went the opposite way.
It was kind of bad. It shit
and
broke
how
off.
did that happen? How did that happen? If you watched the fight, if you've seen the clips from the fight.
It's like 3 different ways when it could have happened.
But you know how it happened if you watch the clips or the fight. You know how it happened. How did it happen? Your boy Conor was out there about maybe 35 seconds in. Threw that right or left leg up and said, fire! Right on homeboy, I think his leg or his torso. It wasn't a head kick. It was either his torso or his legs. And I think bone hit bone, something cracked. But Conor's a fighter. You'll never notice it. You'll never see it. Conor put that leg back down, got the limping and bouncing. You never see it. Conor fucked around and twisted.
Yeah, shit.
The leg broke. So he went to throw that punch. Punch went, but the leg went with it. And then everybody wondered what the fuck just happened. Conor McGregor's career just ended, people. That's what the fuck just happened. And if you don't believe that, I'm willing to believe that Dana White is willing to give him one more chance. And I'm also willing to believe that people that believe in him as he was at one time the underdog. I do believe people are willing to give him another chance because of how that ended, but it will not be against that man that just beat him. And it will not be for the championship. And it will probably be something that is not of his caliber and easy to win, but you got to start him back from square one now. What else do you do? If he's going to do it at all. And what do you look like being Conor doing that like that unless you really bout that? Like, you really want it like that. Because that boy is like 1-8 right now. The nigga he was fighting is like 5-7. Fuck out of here.
I'm going to keep it a beam with you, homie. I'm going to keep it a Trail Bill. A hundo, a thou wow.
His name is Devin something. You know what I'm talking about, Darian something. This is a white dude.
Poirier,
that's his name.
But keeping it like 100. It is passed over for Conor McGregor. It was over 3 or 4 fights ago. And I was saying it was over 3 or 4 fights ago.
I didn't want to believe you when you said that because you did say that 3 or 4 fights ago. And we were doing this podcast 3 or 4 fights ago, and I did not want to believe you.
And I said, for him, there is a point to where you can get so wealthy and so in a comfortable space that you don't have this competitive drive and juice to be able to go in there and really
want to believe it
and defend yourself or to grind for something so hard anymore.
I want to bang on the table, but I know how to fuck up the recording.
But
do you know, like, dog, I saw the lead up to that fight. I got chills watching the comeback for Conor and him going like, nigga, yeah, I'm rich. Yeah, I got this, but bitch, I'm still hungry. And then you go out there and break your leg. It's heartbreaking.
No, because
it's heartbreaking.
Because what you do,
because
what you doing.
But I don't know if you should discount him.
Because what he was doing was.
But it's heartbreaking.
What he was doing was assuring everybody that nothing was different. But if you listen to commentary and everybody like or people just around him like man, he chill now. Like when he be acting like an ass to trying to sell tickets. So it's like he know that that's what the deal is, and I think you know what I'm saying, fighting is a part of a psychological game. So it's like being on the upper hand and still having at least your opponent believe like, nigga, I ain't nobody. I'm nobody to be fucked with and shit. Might still work out in your favor.
But time out. I heard what.
But now.
Not to cut you off, but I heard one of Mike Tyson's old trainers say the thing about Conor is with this fight is he got his anger back. He got the thing back in him. He got that fire back in his stomach to make him want to go. I don't believe that wasn't true, but I also believe that Poirier didn't believe that for one fucking second. Because even after the fight, Poirier was like, yo, win or lose, this nigga's garbage. He said it. He said it to Joe Rogan. This nigga's trash, bro. Yeah. And then Conor McGregor in his fucking Irish accent was so angry talking to Joe Rogan. Mike. You could almost not even make him out. It was just, he's fucking shite. He's fucking fuck that dude. Fuck that. It was just all of that shit. Like,
yeah, because he was hurt. In that moment, there's very few times in history when it comes down to like fighting or any type of sport where you can legit go to a moment where the pride is completely broken and ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
And it's big.
What you mean by that? So I said yeah, but then I thought something else. What do you mean by that?
It's like no matter how proud you are, how highly you think of yourself, you are in a position that you are in a shell of what your accomplishments used to be. You are a shell of that.
I think every great
and you can believe
artist or fighter or whatever, every great person that's great at what they do gets to that point.
But there's very few times when we see it happen. When it's like you was like, oh, that's it.
But see, that's the question with Conor. Are you watching that? Or are you watching a flash in the pan? And what was always a flash in the pan?
Snap of the fucking ankle.
That's why I say that's forgivable. You didn't really lose. Your leg gave out on You just threw a fucking kick that your shit cracked. That's forgivable. You gonna get another fight, but you not gonna get another fight at that level.
Nope.
That's what I said. Poirier not taking that fight,
and
you ain't getting a fight for the
Conor
belt.
ain't gonna come back to fight a lesser fight. He going with the
He
going
with
the bigger bag,
right? Because you Conor, so it's over. Is it not over? I guess that's my question. Is it not over? I think it's over too.
I didn't think he was gonna win the fight.
I had my money on him. I lost $20. I had my money on Conor because I was watching the promos. I was watching the whole shit. I was watching the ESPN, the Sports Center with Stephen A. prior to the fight. I had my shit set up on ESPN Plus to watch it. Then I forgot because I got too drunk. Either way, by the end of the night, I realized this nigga broke his leg, and I said, "God damn,
it's over.
It's over.
It's over."
And I don't want to say it's over. And but you know, nigga, his next fight gonna be on Triller. Like, how much money you want to bet his next fight gonna be on Triller?
He not gonna fight.
One of the Paul brothers.
No,
Jake Paul been on his head. Jake Paul been on his head. Matter of fact, I think Jake Paul said if he lost that fight, I don't even want to fight you. So I don't even know how that stand.
The last little bit of pride he got, he is not gonna waste that on a possible loss.
Not now.
No.
Not losing the fight like that. You're not gonna do that now.
And then
Jake Paul chain, yeah. But he was also saying, like, if you win this fight, I'll fight you. If you lose it, I won't. But the way he lost it, like I said, I feel like everybody that's a fan of him and wanted to see that fight go to the distance is gonna be like, give him another one. But Conor is too fucking egotistical and has gone too far to be like, I'm gonna take a lesser fight to go back on the build up. He's not gonna do that. That nigga got proper 12 running $100 million a year. He ain't about to do that, bro.
That's a lot of white folks buying that whiskey.
He ain't about to do that, bro. That nigga's done.
And that's
not saying he's done and it's bad. I wanted to see him win, but my money was on him winning. But he's done. He's not gonna take a lesser fight. And unless the fight is on Triller for a huge bag or against Floyd Part 2, it ain't gonna happen.
No, fam. Like it's dead. I care less to see him fight now. It's like
not even that. I want to see him fight. I just want to see him fight.
Look,
I was expecting it then. I wanted to see good. Even if I missed the fight, I wanted to see a clip.
I mean,
whether he got knocked out or not, that boy, there's the TKO in the first round. This is a terrible way to go out.
Homie ain't who he was. He ain't
flash in the pan or not. That's a bad way to go out.
He ain't as angry as he was no more. It's not real.
You can't be angry with $100 million. At least I couldn't be.
Yes, you can if you Dame Dash. And you can be.
He ran through $100 million like 10 times. It's different.
Yeah, but you can still be mad.
He'll run through 80 million just trying to do shit.
Dame is mad at everything and everybody. Segueing.
I noticed.
Yeah,
I noticed.
Because I was like, yeah.
Should I bring up the slides I got, or do you have more information that I do? I got some DX slides from Dame's.
Oh, you have Dame info. Okay.
This is what Dame said on the Instagram.
Dame looking like a whole ass. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't read like a whole ass.
I didn't read the slides. I just snapshotted them, so I don't know what it said.
Because the NFT shit was already crazy with reasonable.
I feel like NFTs are a hustle now. I'm gonna be honest. I came out and said, a couple weeks ago. I think the NFT shit is a smart play if you can afford it. I feel like if you can afford it or not, I feel like it's stupid.
Yeah.
Now I feel like that.
I agree.
And that's coming from a nigga that's invested in Dogecoin, and I'm down $40. So take that with it and do what you will with it.
This is also coming from the person that doesn't believe that Galen.
We ain't trying to keep shitting on me, huh?
And this is also coming from the person that doesn't believe that Galen Maxwell ain't snitching.
No, she definitely snitching. I never said she wasn't snitching.
You had a whole argument about how she not snitching.
Yeah, like fucking 30 weeks ago, nigga. That was then. Then she came out and was obviously snitching.
Oh, everybody getting locked up, nigga. That's why she's snitching.
Anyway, judge rules Dame Dash can legally sell his Rockefeller record stake despite Jay-Z lawsuit. Word from Hip Hop DX by way of Dusko Poppington Instagram. That is Dame Dash. New York Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records reportedly scored a partial victory in court on Tuesday, June 22nd. According to TMZ, a judge ruled Rockefeller co-founder Dame Dash is prohibited from selling Ho's 1996 debut Reasonable Doubt as a non-fungible token, at least for now. The ruling only is temporary, but sources close to Jay-Z say the federal judge determined Jay-Z and Rockefeller's arguments were credible and correct. But according to a statement from Dame Dash obtained by Hip Hop DX, a judge did rule he can sell his 1/3 stake in the record label. And the quote was, after much, I guess from the judge, after much publicity, it has been decided that I have the right, I guess this is Dame then. After much publicity, it has been decided that I have the right to sell my 1/3 interest in Rockefeller Records, Inc., whose sole asset is Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt. Dash tells DX, at no time was my intent to sell 100% of Reasonable Doubt's assets. This is Dame talking. My intent has always been clear. I am selling 1/3 interest in Rockefeller Records, Inc., which owns the rights to Reasonable Doubt. By law, there is nothing prohibiting me from selling my 1/3 interest in Rockefeller Records and by law as an NFT if I wanted to, an auction or a private sale. This marks the end of speculation around this topic. I intend to continue to fight for creatives and show them you can be independent and still make money from your art. I'll soon be announcing a collection of unique NFTs that I'll be sharing with the world.
I'm gonna let you know one thing right now. Dame Dash don't like Jay-Z. He don't like Jay-Z today. He don't like Jay-Z tomorrow. He don't like Jay-Z any day. Now that they ain't on the same team, he don't like that nigga. Matter of fact, every day that Dame Dash wake up next to any woman that ain't Beyonce, it reminds him how much he hate Jay-Z. So like, the hate is real. He gonna do what he gonna want. He gonna do. Is gonna do whatever the fuck over Hov, cause he don't need to do this shit. He don't need to. Matter of fact, even if he wanted to say fuck Hov, fuck Reasonable Doubt, I want to sell or not sell it, nigga, one way or another, nigga, you don't even have to listen to the album again.
Never.
You don't even have to press play.
Never.
You don't need. Matter of fact, the plaques that it has and whatever for whatever track, nigga, you don't even have to have that in your crib. You can have that shit in a storage locker somewhere or have it sold and not give a fuck.
Facts.
But Damon Dash, being the vindictive hater of the great Sean Carter that he is,
see,
makes it to where he like you cannot tell. Like, look, fam, look.
See, this is
some motherfuckers got grudges. Some
entendre.
motherfuckers got grudges, bro. And I'm gonna keep it a beam. This is why I understand Dame Dash to a degree. I am a grudge person. I don't like to hold grudges, but if I feel a certain type of way, I'ma feel that way forever. I'ma take that to the death. It don't matter, nigga. It don't even weigh nothing on my heart. It's just like, I just know where the fuck you at in the box. And I'm mad at you and at everybody, including you, within that box. 100%. Not gonna kill me. It may keep me alive longer. Who knows? But I'm mad at those within that box. I'll hold a grudge forever. Dame Dash gives that same exact vibe off. That he is just like, if it's fuck you, it's fuck you forever. And it was like, and if you understand what I'm saying, that's when you wake up from an afternoon nap on a Wednesday when you have your day off on your vacation, you think like your wife or significant other just topped you off, nigga. You had a great breakfast, nigga, and a brunch, made some money before the nap and everything, and you woke up from this nap and you just like,
fuck that nigga.
Fuck Jay-Z. Like,
you mad.
You mad. They're like, you got one of those type of grudges, bruh. And especially when you come up with some type of ideal where you just like, yeah, this is gonna look real fucking nasty if I just try to go ahead and sell this motherfucker without even talking to him first. Because here's the thing.
I don't think he did that, though.
No, he didn't. But here's the thing. This is the way it looked. This would be his perception-wise. when he tried to sell it as an NFT, Rock Nation and them was like, no. You gonna have to chill. You can't, no, this wasn't discussed. This ain't just something you can just do.
This was not the plan.
Right. So you didn't call up who used to be your mans and at least have a discussion about this. You just went and did some shit. Now, if it would have been something like, all right, yeah, you can do that. We don't care. And then it just would have went about and then nothing, you know what I'm saying? And then he would have ran into the, nah, nigga, you can't do that from some other source. Wouldn't be an issue. But you know this gonna piss this nigga off. You know that's gonna look wild. You know that's publicity. That's Dame Dash. He ain't stupid.
That's fact.
So with that being said, I can only assume.
Wait though. Being Dame Dash and not being stupid. Don't you also understand where Hov is coming from, being as you've done deals with this nigga, you've made money with him, you've lost money from him, and you also know how he will or won't act, more so than, let's say, those of us that call ourselves Hovengers he has maybe done more things that is collective to information that we aren't privy to. So if that's the case, if I'm Dame Dash, don't you think, NFT or not, good catch, George. Oh, damn. Well, good catch. Don't you think, NFT or not, 1/3 of the album, 1/4 of the album, half the album, whole album, if Dame Dash owned it and owns the part that he owns, there's no problem in selling it however you want to sell it.
Yes, you can sell your interest.
Which is what he's trying to do. But when you try to slander me and tell me that, nigga, or change up what I said to make it sound like something either for the judge or for the people, to influence the judge, to make it sound like it's something it's not, then I feel like you're just trying to price me out. Which means then I feel like even if this does go in court after all of the bullshit has been talked, nigga, you gonna want me to settle out for something. If you want me to settle out for less than what I'm supposed to get, Rockefeller Part 2, 2.0, whatever you want to call it. Which I think is what Dame was trying to avoid, and I think is what maybe Hov's people were trying to avoid. Being the Hovenger I am, I like to think Hov did not have a lot of say in this, because I feel like he doesn't probably hold a grudge over that nigga like that anymore, much less Dame holding a grudge over Jay. But I feel like Dame know Jay people will do that. So I feel like Jay people is different from Jay, which is a fucking fact and a thing.
This is
or I sound like I'm sucking dick right now. Either way, I feel like I'm right.
I feel like when it comes down to like their personal like.
I feel like neither one of them is really in the wrong. I feel like they people are in the wrong.
When it comes down
both
to
of them, I feel like they people are in the wrong.
I feel like when it comes down to the ops beef, Drake and Jay-Z are in the same pocket. Meaning they wake up to their ops beef. Listen.
No, that's what I'm saying. Please explain.
When they wake up in the morning, nigga, they comfortable. They not even thinking about them niggas across town. They good. They like, yo, I got my bitch. I got my bitches. I got my family.
Any street nigga, the street nigga not, you know your past beef. You know when you walk outside who you may or may not have to turn your shoulder for, turn your head over for, look over your shoulder for.
Both of them are in a sense of safety to where it's gonna take a couple.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a couple.
Them for
I was about to say like same pocket. It's gonna take a couple niggas you gonna have to go through before you get to him.
Even Dame. You think you can just walk up on Dame? Probably not.
No, that's not the point. The point is that them niggas waking up in comfort until the beef hit their door. Dame and Push are those niggas, like I said, that would wake up on a Wednesday afternoon from having a great day prior to, and it's just like,
I want violence.
Fuck them niggas.
I want violence.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck that
I'm
nigga,
choosing
bro.
violence.
You know what I mean? I'm choosing you don't even got to be violent. It just got to be all out disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Metaphorically, of course.
like dog. Like only thing that Push ain't done to Drake is move in across the street, nigga, and start fucking sending over dog poo and like paper bags and like setting shit on fire.
Which, if you know what, neither are my favorite rapper, but Push more so than Drake. If Push started to GoFundMe to do that, I would help. If Push started to GoFundMe, if Push started to GoFundMe to leave flaming bags of dog shit on Drake's built house doorstep, would you fund it? Fan or not? Just because, I mean, that's fucking hilarious. Come on. Like, that's fucking hilarious.
You know what?
Like,
I would look at it like, I would, on some real, say this. Push, you a grown-ass man. The fuck is you doing? And two,
what if Push just look at you and say, I think it's just funny because fuck that nigga.
I believe in wholeheartedly.
That's not what I would say, but I think that's what Push was saying.
I believe wholeheartedly in cerebral, emotional, healthy hate. I believe in that.
Right.
Wait.
Flaming bags of dog shit.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I also, like, my thing is like, nigga,
can you imagine
when you going out of your way to hate a nigga, and this nigga don't even care. This nigga going to basketball games and fucking like and fucking kids' mamas and shit with LeBron James and shit. Nah, like he don't give a fuck about you. He don't care about you, nigga. Like he trying to live his best life. So the fact that like if you do that type of shit, it's like, come on, bro. It's like let it go. We understand you don't like that nigga. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, Push, you don't like that nigga. He don't like you. Cool. Fuck it.
Time out though. Push it aside. Isn't Push kind of right in his sentiment? Overall. Drake, I definitely want to do a song with you. Don't take this the wrong way.
You ain't getting no song now.
But, isn't Push kind of right overall? Nigga. Isn't Push kind of right overall when he says what he says? And then you see my man's renting out a whole stadium to take a chick to dinner. I get the flex. Look, if I had the bread, I'd probably do it myself. I probably would do it too. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not hating on the fact he did it.
Y'all niggas is the biggest haters on earth that's trying to motherfucking tell this nigga that he shouldn't have done that.
I'm not hating on the fact he did it. I'm not even hating on it, but let's say I'm hating this for the sake of the people. I'll say I'm hating on the fact that you did that and you just fucked after that. Nigga, how much money did you spend to close down the whole stadium for a dinner date? Come on, Aubrey.
You 6 God. You got it.
Come on, it's a date. She ain't worth it.
You 6 God.
You just
got
trying
it.
to make her think she worth it. It's a date. I get you got it. That ain't
Certified lover boy ain't even dropped yet, nigga. Nigga, he can do all types of wild shit right now. Cause you know what he gonna do in streams? You know what he gonna do in streams in a week? You know what he gonna do in streams in a week? You do know. Do you wanna know? Right now? Right now?
A couple $100 million?
Fuck you. That's low numbers. That's bitch numbers to Drake. Nigga, he gonna do like a billion,
he
billion,
$5
billion
a week.
In a week.
He do a couple hundred
in a week, I guarantee you, because I'm at least listening to that album like 4 or 5 times myself. The day it dropped.
Either way, you rented out
Super
a
Drake fans is
football
gonna,
stadium.
He got
for
it.
a dinner.
He got it.
I didn't say he was broke. I didn't say the man was broke.
I
don't think he's broke. I think at the very least, Drizzy Drake really likes this chick, really wants to impress her, obviously. And then he spent that much money on her trying to make it a thing. And once he made it a thing, he happened to turn around and look up and see the drone in the sky. And knowing Drizzy,
it was a news copter.
But knowing Drizzy, because he petty, he gonna pay them to get the pictures. So when he get the pictures, even though they've leaked, when he pay him to get the pictures, you know that's gonna be a single or something if he keep fucking with her. If I'm fucking with an old girl and I rented out the fucking stadium for you, and the news fuck around, end up and get word of it, fly over the stadium, get visuals of us. You think I'm not using that on a single?
I'm gonna keep it a bean
about how much I like you.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I am.
Whichever way he flips this,
Addicted
nigga,
coming soon.
it's not gonna end negatively. Because,
no, not at all.
I'm about to say between their relationship.
None of this is bad for Drake. We just saying.
I'm just like, look, nigga.
I'm saying if Push orchestrated
he at the age now
it's
where
still funny.
Where it's like the bitches, the chicks he is taking out on dates have like 16-year-old kids who can possibly, in a very, very bad fit of rage, catch Drake and probably fuck him up because they're gonna catch him there by himself, which is gonna be rare for most people. So he could catch a fade on a very bad day if he go too far. Or get like too disrespect. He could.
But this.
Wait.
Come on, how many times has Drake slipped up like that? How many times has Drake told you,
these bitches
hey, you keep playing with me, we're going to have them Canadian shooters up your ass.
But here's the thing.
How many times
these chicks had kids that was maybe like 5, 6 years old, 7 years old. This nigga's older now. He's dating older women, and these women got 16-year-old kids.
That nigga ain't older. That nigga fucking, 35? 36. The bitches he fucking is like 40. If not 30s or younger.
If you a chick that had a baby,
every chick wants to fuck Drake.
If you
for
had
the most
a baby,
part.
if you had a baby at 20 years old, but you 36 now, guess how old your kid is? 16 years old.
I don't think Drake's trying to fuck 16-year-olds. Your 16-year-old probably wants to fuck Drake. I don't think.
Did you miss the whole shit? Like nobody.
I think I did. What?
I'm saying the kid would be 16 years old, nigga.
Oh, the kid that Drake had with. Okay.
No. All right, you stupid. Yeah, all right.
What did I miss?
Dayton could have a 16-year-old child who could possibly fade his ass if he catch him alone.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's my point.
I heard that part, but I missed that part.
It's like, no, and do you want that smoke too, where it's gonna be a bunch of like, and this nigga got a following. He gonna be telling his people like, man, fuck Drake. He done did, and that's worse of a bad look. Drake ain't gonna fuck this up. But if it, like either way, nigga, if you got the money to look, fam. If think about it, bad bitches. Bad. This is the Instagram social media era where it's like bitches can literally show their ass cheek and get a whole Birkin bag for half an ass cheek of the ugly cheek, not the best looking cheek, not the biteable cheek, of the ugly cheek, and get a whole Birkin for it.
Yeah, it's a fact.
So you telling me this chick, she already cold. She a single mom. She cold. I don't know what the fuck she do, but she a single mom, cold, got like a teenage son who's playing on like at a private school with LeBron James kid. She got some loot. All right. So first off, out the gate, someone like Drake come at her. Nigga, what the fuck you do for me that I ain't already been through? So guess what you do? You say, fuck it, I'm calling Magic. We gonna shut down all the motherfucking Dodger Stadium, and we having dinner right there on the field.
Wait.
And guess what? You ain't never done that before. Now, how you shout it?
So that's the part I missed. This chick is LeBron's baby mom?
No!
Whose baby mama is this chick? Who is this chick?
I don't know who. I don't know.
It was just a bitch that they just said that he rented out a stadium for, and I'm like,
but she,
who is she?
Cold and she got Brit. I
haven't even looked at her modeling pictures. I don't even know if she's cold.
She cold.
She looked kind of cute from the aerial view.
Nigga,
I didn't look further. Is she that cold? Are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Is she that cold?
I forgot who I'm talking to. You tried last week to try to convince me that Billie Eilish was cold. So it's
Billie Eilish is.
Tell me. You know what
Billie
she look
Eilish
like.
is cold as fuck.
You know what she look like. You know what she look like. You know.
Not with the blonde hair.
I don't
green and black hair or any other color that's not fucking blonde. You gonna tell me you don't want to fuck Billie Eilish?
That huge green bubble jacket on.
Nigga with the bubble with the Diddy yellow fucking Dada pants on. I will dog.
That bitch is
I will
ugly as
tear
hell.
Billie ass up.
That's because you're a white supremacist. But it's like
You see George say he about to do it too. He just don't want to say it out loud.
like, come on, bro.
I'm talking
about
Billie
fucking
Eilish.
Answer the
I don't
fucking
give a
question.
fuck what outfit, nigga. I'm trying to take the clothes off.
She could
I
be in
don't
a
care.
Teletubbies outfit, nigga.
I'm taking the clothes
it don't
off.
matter.
I don't give a fuck about what she had on prior to me taking them off. You sound crazy as hell too.
She look.
Billy, when I get a Grammy, holla at me.
She looked like that girl that you accidentally fucked that lives in your neighborhood that gets a little clingy, but you
She
know.
look like that girl I started a family
But you know
with.
damn well you should never call her back.
She looked like that girl I started a family with. And we ended up being like royalty for some reason. Because like we both make good records.
You like ugly bitches. I'm just gotten down to that point.
Nigga,
But
me and you got two different depictions of ugly bitches in our minds.
you telling me a real like legit bad bitch 10 times 1,000 better than like a Kardashian in my opinion.
I'm not saying I wouldn't cheat on Billy for Rihanna. I'm saying
you not written
if
out
I
Dodger
marry
Stadium.
Billy,
if you got
I'm gonna be happy.
You look.
Fuck.
If you got Drake money, I'm gonna ask you this question. Let me break it down.
Okay, go ahead.
Billie Eilish looking chick, not Billie Eilish, but looks exactly like her, like a twin, like it could be a clone.
Okay.
Just a regular person though.
Okay.
You got Drake cash. You renting out motherfucking Tiger State, Comerica Park?
Tiger Stadium.
The fact that he said Tiger Stadium though. Am I renting out Comerica Park for a chick that looks like Billie Eilish? Not a chick that looks like Billie Eilish. Billie, yeah. Not a chick that looks like her.
Nigga, cause she like
A chick
you ain't fucking her for the name, nigga. You
Okay,
said
nigga,
she was cold.
No, time out.
You said she was cold.
That's a
nigga.
logical fallacy because, nigga, if I got enough money to rent out Comerica Park or Tiger Stadium or fucking Ford Field for a fucking date, do you not think I can't take Billie Eilish on a date? Why would I take out a lookalike? I would just take Billie.
Cause that's not what the fuck I'm asking you, nigga.
That's the fucking point. This nigga said Billie don't want your ass. You don't know that.
She's racist.
That's not true. No, it's not true. I'm gonna just say it. It's not true.
That's my story. And she don't like the LGBTQ plus community.
You bleep that out.
That's true.
You gotta bleep that.
That's true.
You gotta bleep that for our music careers. You have to censor that. So.
No,
Like for the sake of our music careers, you have to bleep.
she
that
one
out.
of those people that's pump. She pump faking these like that whole group and community, making her believe.
See,
she
now
ain't
he's
with
going deeper.
She ain't with the shits, bro. I'm telling you, she ain't with the shits. But yeah, she false flagging for y'all.
She's
Like
19. She's 20. Yeah, she might be not fully like into the like whole idea of being like a pop star.
nigga, answer the fucking question. You like
Would I marry her?
Eilish,
Yes.
Billie Eilish without the name. She doesn't exist in the universal realm as far as a star. You don't believe in it. Like she doesn't.
I don't believe in her music. I don't believe in her as an artist.
She don't exist.
But it's her.
You know what
I'm still fucking with her.
You can rent out Comerica Park.
If I'm trying to impress her like that and I got the bread, yeah.
You disgust me.
She ain't gotta be. If Billie Eilish was Billie Eilish, but not Billie Eilish, like the famous pop star, but it was her, and I had the bread, and I'm like, yo, I really like this chick. I'm trying to impress her. Hell yeah, I do whatever the fuck I want to do to fucking impress her. And yeah, she that cold to me. Yeah, I would go that far for Billie, even if she wasn't Billie. Yeah. It's not giving that much power to people. It's giving that much power to pussy. Because at the end of the day, whether I get the pussy or don't, I spent the money to impress her. Because at the end of the day, I want her and the pussy. So you gotta do what you gotta do to get her and the pussy. If you want her and the pussy, if you do what you gotta do to get the pussy, that's one thing. That's a whole separate issue from what I'm trying to get.
You ain't trying to get the pussy. You ain't just trying to get the pussy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I'm just trying to get Billie Eilish or not, out of whether she is a pop star or not, it's her. I'm still trying to impress her just to be my girl.
Shit,
like that's still just.
I'm
like,
about to say
I'm still trying to fuck with her.
You look like Billie Eilish to me, like shit, bitch. You like I can figure out a cheaper route. Like I ain't gotta go through fucking.
See, that's just being an asshole about shit. I could go.
I'm not giving nobody that power.
It's not about giving somebody the power. It's about motherfucking. Like George said, he not giving nobody that
you
power.
You responding directly to George like he's a part of the conversation.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like George said, he's not fucking doing the shit. You said you not doing the shit. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if Billie Eilish was a pop star, as she is, and we know her, or if she was still some unknown chick that was just 19 years old that we have yet to discover it, or I think she's only like 19 or 20. That's why I say that.
So that's why she looks like she doesn't shower often.
I don't know about that, but either way,
you can tell she.
I would fuck with her regardless. Like, nigga, what?
She probably smells like outdoor green tea.
And granted, if she's not a pop star, even more reason to impregnate her.
What? Wait. I was like, don't die this time.
She probably won't like that.
Oh, got him.
I'm not.
That's how I know you a shitty quarterback.
All I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, pop star or not, whether it's Billie Eilish or Katy Perry, Britney Spears, even, you gotta be you, and you gotta let that shit happen. And if you trying to fuck with somebody, you gotta fuck with them.
I'm just gonna take this moment to acknowledge the fact that this sir named off 3 possibly Caucasian or Caucanese women.
Oh no, they're very Caucasian.
No.
They are actually Nubian white queens. The 3 white women I just named off. Let's talk about Britney especially. Free Britney, goddammit. I've been wanting to, you know what I mean? She was my Billy before Billy was Billy. Have you not, at some point in your life, thought that shit was toxic? Thought that someone may have been a slave for you? Maybe they should hit you, baby, one more time. You never thought at some point, maybe. I forgot the name of the other single, but you know what I mean. Free Britney, goddamn.
I'm gonna.
If you standing in court as a white woman, telling them you want to press charges on the white man that is your father because he's stolen millions of dollars from you, you ain't going to be worried about my little black ass trying to serenade you. And I'm going to be doing that in the process, but bitch, I'm all for you. I'm all supportive. I've been wanting to mess with Britney since I was 5.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I've had a crush on Britney Spears forever. Where do you think my thing for white women started? Britney Spears. That's where it started. Her and Christina, that's where it started. Christina Aguilera. That's a white woman with a black woman trapped inside of her.
In 99, you rented out Tiger Stadium for Britney Spears.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm
snatching her from Justin. Hell yeah. I'm snatching her from Justin. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck out of here. Are you serious?
So, all right.
Yo, if I'm Hove gonna end up with Beyonce. Hove end up with Britney. Stop playing with me, nigga. Game. Game. You see how disgusted he is. Game. That's how I play it.
It makes no logical fucking sense on earth how you would decide that it's like, yeah, I would rent out Tiger Stadium for a Britney Spears type bitch in 99.
I didn't say I wouldn't do it for Beyonce.
But you gonna tell me in 2021, when you got chicks running around here looking like fucking Rihanna, they're like lookalikes, that you gonna spend Comerica Park, Dodger Stadium money on a chick that look like Billie Eilish? You are a fucking nutcase. That makes no sense.
Is it crazier? Okay, so then my question is this. Then my question is this. Is it crazier to spend the money on a date with Billie as Billie
We didn't
is
even
now?
have Kim K yet when Britney Spears was around.
Nigga, Kim K don't look better than Britney Spears.
We are done. We are done here, sir.
Excuse me?
We are done here, sir.
Excuse me?
We are done.
You think Kim Kardashian looks better
We
in
are
all
done.
her plastic glory? You think she looks better than Britney Spears?
Yes.
Either I'm tripping or he tripping, but y'all decide.
You
Decide, please.
fucking
I'm tripping.
nuts.
You can go fuck yourself,
You
George. Have you?
fucking nuts.
Yo, plastic don't do shit for me. I'm sorry.
No
It don't do
no
nothing for me.
titties, no ass, and blonde don't do shit for me neither. But neither does
That do more for me than plastic.
But neither does a pudgy 19-year-old chick that has green hair and it looks like she bites her nails and doesn't shower and eats Doritos. So it's like, what the fuck?
Ironically, that does a lot more for me than plastic.
Like,
That does
shit.
a whole lot. Yo, I'm trying to eat Doritos in the shower with you. You feel me? Like,
First off, you know what? I feel like there has to be a person somewhere where their job is to whoever wants to rent out Dodger Stadium, Comerica Park, Ford Field, any type of arena or stadium type area, that you should have to approve of what the fuck is going to be having dinner on your field. And if y'all eating Doritos and shit together looking like Billie Eilish and District 93rd, and if I am the person consolidating this whole thing and I work at Comerica, I'm like, nah, because if somebody see that, it's just, that shit gonna be gross. And I just like,
I hate to be this guy.
and I just like, dog, I don't want that. I work here, you feel me? And then my bosses would be mad and shit because, like, y'all don't shower. And y'all got Dorito dust on you. Like, look at you. Look at y'all.
You can go fuck yourself, sir.
Look at y'all.
I hate to be this guy, but at the end of the day, if me and Billie Eilish, and I did rent out a whole stadium for her, if me and her did do that date, and we did end up doing nothing but eating Doritos and dipping the Doritos and dip, whatever the dip is, then I think at the end of that night, after we smoke a few joints, have a few conversations, and run through a few of those bags of Doritos, we either gonna be the best of friends or soulmates. And to Billy, that's either creepy or fun. I don't know. But if it's creepy to you, then sorry.
I could have got that same. We could have, you know what? Billie Eilish.
I don't want to do that.
Billie Eilish is a walk down the what they call like a river walk or someplace where you can actually walk and the bitch can exercise and get some of them nasty love handles off, like the nasty part.
You saying this as if she is not one of the finest white women walking this earth.
We're done. Episode 165, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. I am your host, Jose Ortega, the only sane person that is on this podcast whatsoever. Maybe. No.
Maybe.
No, we done. Like we done.
Nigga trying to tell me Billie Eilish is not cute. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, come on, really?
The fuck?
Hey, bro.
Nigga.
Go ahead, finish. I'm surprised you so surprised by me being turned on by somebody who looks like her. Like, obviously, I would want her to be my wife. Like,
who called her
are you
Kesha or
serious?
Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish. Come on. Kesha looks like she needs a bath. In the show. Come on.
We'll be back next week, episode 166. You don't get an outro, nigga. We out. I'm done.
Fuck it. We out, nigga. Whatever. Yeah, we out.